in Ottawa. And at this point, Elizabeth is trying to make one of the great comebacks in skating because she was 29th after the first figure. She then moved to 11th in the short program, 17th overall. Elizabeth, if she can put it together, there's 3 or 4 people ahead of her that she can catch and pass tonight and move into about the 12th or 13th position.
Liz was telling us after the short program that she'd been having trouble with her double axel, her best jump. Well, we see she's having no trouble tonight.
Here comes her first triple jump.
Wow.
Going into yet another triple, and that one she landed was a more difficult one too. Told me earlier regarding this part that this is her most enjoyable part of her program. Beautiful move, a Nina Bauer move. Right into another triple southbound.
Fortunately, that fall hasn't unnerved her. She has shown great recuperative powers for a 16-year-old in her first World Championship appearance.
She has a lovely sensitivity for the music, which I think will mature as she gets a few more years' experience.
You know those double axles, Debbie, you were talking about? Elizabeth has a couple planned here. She does not have to put them in, but let's watch what she does. Here's where they're planned. There's one. Here's the other one.
To the finale of the 4-minute performance for Elizabeth Manley. You'll be seeing Elizabeth, Debbie, at the bursary dinner.
You're right, John. The celebrity night, Saturday, May 1st at the Westbury Hotel in Toronto. There will be skating exhibitions from the national team at the North York Centennial Arena. Liz will be there Friday evening, April 30th, and Saturday afternoon, May the 1st.
To raise money for other young skaters, Elizabeth Manley has completed her first performance in a World Championship, but there are going to be many more.
If you're interested in seeing Liz at the bursary dinner and the skating exhibition, you'll be able to see some of these beautiful jumps.
And she certainly did very well in all of her jump except that one first triple. This is a double Lutz. You can see the tremendous height that she gets. She comes off into it, right into a combination of a double toe loop. For the first time in a World Championship with all the pressure on her, she certainly did a tremendous job.
5.35.
The first set of marks for technical merit for Elizabeth Manley. 5-3, 5-2, 5-2, 5-3, 5-2, 5-3, and a 5-3. Well, that's for technical merit, and they're taking some calculation into effect because of the fall. And now we'll get to the artistic impression, and these marks range from a 5.1 to a 5.3 from the East German and the French judges for Elizabeth Manley. 16-year-old Elaine Zayak from the United States. She's a bronze medalist from the United States this year. But in the world last year, she ranked second. So she's been having her problems. She's hoping to make it tonight when 50% of the marks are on the line. Earlier in the competition, Elaine, who was dropped to 10th in the short program, she is 7th at this point overall, but she was 4th in the compulsory figures, 10th in the short program, and that combination makes her 7th at this stage.
John, she can either turn it on or really go to pieces, and we'll see with these first two jumps, two triples. There's the first triple toe loop. She has another triple toe loop right here, and I think we're going to see a good performance by Elaine Zayak.
Look at the way she's going into those triple jumps with no preparation whatsoever.
Oh, very difficult combination. Double X triple toe loop, and what a beginning for Elaine.
16-year-old Elaine Zayak from Paramus, New Jersey, the Skating Club of New York, the bronze medalist from the United States.
Very simple spiral, but one done beautifully. Very impressive. She has yet another different type of triple. She decided to do a double here. From a Bauer move into a triple Salchow. And you know, you hear us mention these Salchows and axles and so on. I would just like to point out, particularly since we're bringing this to you from one of the Scandinavian countries, that the Salchow is, for example, named after Ulrich Salchow from Sweden, Axel after another skater, Axel Paulsen from Norway. And that's how the jumps get their names.
Very much like the free skating performance we saw from Elaine in the World Championships in Hartford last year, when she came oh so close to winning that world gold. Oh.
Her coach, Peter Burrows, down at the end, is practically leaping over the board. She has been so disappointed here. The Americans had her touted as the world champion, and believe me, it's not over yet. She may, in fact, make it.
It's been a long series of difficulties for this young lady, but tonight we're seeing her really smile for the first time in a long time. She almost lost her balance and her curtsy there.
Wouldn't matter at that time, John. She skated a poor performance in the short program earlier. That's what brought her down. Had she skated the short program, as she did this final free skating program, which accounts for 50% of the total mark, she would really have a shot at the gold medal. Here we see one of her more difficult combination, a double Lutz jump. Watch, without a step, she puts her toe in, moves right into that very difficult triple jump after the double Lutz, and she skated, in my opinion, one of the strongest performances that she's done for quite a long time.
Technical merit, the mark for Elaine Zayak, and they should be up there because she was extraordinary. 3.58 to 5.7, another 5.8, a 5.8, and a 5.6. So she looks like she has really turned it around tonight, and the artistic impression will be almost as good as that, and here they are. Those marks for artistic impression for Elaine Zayak range from 5.6 to 5.7, and the World Ladies Championship will continue in just a moment.
Why discolor your hair when you can soft color it?
Place in the short program, and that made her second overall. So while she is second, the free skating is not her strong suit. The question is, can she hold on at this point for second or third in the medal? And she's going to have a difficult time doing that. 20-year-old Claudia Kristofix-Binder. She's been skating since 1969.
And John, she's really been working on her free skating program, obviously, and it's a question of whether she can stand up on her jumps. And so far, she's doing a good job.
We have spoken quite often over the years about Claudia's unique jumping style. Watch the free leg on the landing. Quite high, wrapped up, carried very high over the skating leg.
This is the 7th time that Claudia has been in a world championship. First time was back in 1976 when she finished 16th. And we've seen her several times in Skate Canada. But in that long period of time, she's gradually worked her way up in the world from 16th to 11th to 13th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, and now she's got a chance to be 1st, 2nd, or 3rd.
Debbie, you talked about that wrapped around free leg. There's no doubt in my mind that that's the reason she fell on that attempted triple jump.
She really wasn't all the way around either, Otto.
As we watch Claudia in her 7th World Championship appearance, I can't help but think back to the beginning of the show when our own little Elizabeth Manley, making her very first appearance in a World Championship, who came all the way from 29th position after her first figure and then moved all the way down to 17th, and right now is guaranteed to finish no worse than 13th in her first World appearance.
Talk about comebacks.
Christophic Binder. Second at this point has skated a stronger free skating performance than we have normally seen from her, Deb.
You're right, John. I do feel she is an extremely elegant skater. And I would like to see her take more use of this kind of thing. She is trying to compete with the jumps. Of course, they must be there. The technical restrictions are so enormous. There's that triple Salchow, the first one, nicely done into a double toe loop combination. But I do feel that sometimes she doesn't take advantage of the beautiful elegance she has.
The marks for technical merit for Claudia Christophic Binder, not that high. As you can see, from that 5.3, 5.6, 5.2, 5.5, 5.4, 5.3, and a 5.4. I'm afraid she needed more than that to make the podium in this competition. We'll see what artistic impression will do. It should do more for her, and there it is. The marks for artistic impression range from a 5.3 to a 5.7. 5.4, 5.3, 5.7. Going for gold is Katharina Witt, the 16-year-old champion of East Germany. This is her third World Championship. At this moment, Katharina Witt is in 5th place. She was 9th after the compulsory figures, but she won the long program. So free skating is her strong suit, and she's got 50% of the marks going for her in this next 4 minutes.
And a great start by Katharina with that combination of jumps and then with that triple toe loop. Lean on that double axel. She was very lucky to hold on to that landing. Setting up for yet another triple flip this time, and she over-rotated that. That will count against her slightly.
A moment ago and recapping Katharina that she had placed 9th in the compulsory figures, and she was first in the short program. That is, of course, the long program that she is currently skating. Speed into this spread eagle, right into a triple Salchow, and again that's the same jump that she over-rotated on.
Katharina has matured an awful lot over the last year, and I'm sure that this has some effect on, under pressure at least, on how the jumps are coming off. Getting into some very ugly positions coming out of them.
Well, that was her third miss, Debbie.
Otto, you mentioned a moment ago some of the names of great skaters who developed the jumps. There are so many former world champions here at Copenhagen. It's as long as your arm. But my real supreme thrill in having a long talk today with Mrs. Gillis Grapson from Sweden. Her husband won the World Championship in 1922, 1924, and 1929, and she is here just enjoying this whole performance to the fullest. What a wonderful lady. From East Germany, trying to move up from 5th place. She was 10th in the world 2 years ago, 5th in the world last year. She's 5th in the world right now until these marks come up, and we'll see whether or not that will move her.
Well, John, I wouldn't be too hopeful. She came into the event feeling very optimistic. Here's the triple flip jump, the first error in the program. The hips are so out of shape, pushed extremely far out to the right side, that there's no way the skater could balance over the landing. Triple flip and triple lutz are the two of the most difficult triple jumps.
What she did well is move straight from that miss into that flying camel, which we're watching now, and that takes some experience to be able to come from a miss right into a spin and continue that spin beautifully as she moved on into the rest of her program.
The marks for technical merit for Katarina Witt of East Germany, 5.6, 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, 5.6, 5.7, and a 5.6. The marks for artistic impression will be coming right up, and this is where the judgment is going to determine how close she comes to the top, and her marks range from 5.5 to 5.7. Katarina Witt of East Germany. We'll continue with the Ladies' Championship from Copenhagen in just a moment.
Thank you.
Had to withdraw from World Championships, but came back to finish third in the Europeans this year. At the moment, Elena is second overall, actually tied for second, but third, because she was third in the short program after she finished 5th in the compulsory program.
Elena has beautiful flow to the blade. She moves across the ice very easily with very little push. The pattern of the program at this point is most unusual. She has repeated that same position for the double axel jump several times and used it in combination with the half loop something or other in each occasion. This time a double cell.
Is that step taking an intentional step she's taking between those two jumps?
Yes, it is considered a combination, John.
double jumps. That was supposed to be a double axel that she had planned. You know, if Elena doesn't win this championship here tonight, it'll be the first time that a Soviet skater hasn't won at least one gold medal in a world championship since 1965.
Thing we've seen to a Biellmann spin since Denise, who was retired from amateur competition and skating with the professional ice show. As we watch this beautiful young lady perform, it gives me an opportunity to remind everybody that today, Torvill and Dean, the world's greatest dancers, agreed to be the premier performers in Skate Canada in Kitchener next October. So there you are, skating fans. Torvill and Dean will be coming to Skate Canada. Elena Vodorizova.
It's very good to see Elena back on the scene. We have not seen her in competition for several years. She has never been able to complete the competition. She's grown a lot since we last saw her, and some of the body line is just beautiful, very long and leggy.
I think one of the problems with her jumps, though, Debbie, is the fact that she has grown, and we've seen that problem with our young skater Tracy Wayman in Canada.
You know, I was mentioning earlier about great skaters. In the 25th anniversary of the Oakville Figure Skating Club in Carnival on April 3rd and 4th. Guess who's going to be starring there, Debbie?
Otto and Maria Jelinek, former world champions. Otto's making his big comeback.
20 years ago this year, they won the World Championship in Prague. They haven't skated together for 14 years, but then you'll see them as we take a look at Elena Vodorizova of the Soviet Union on this replay.
Well, John, you're not going to see us do any of these moves that we're seeing Elena doing right now on the screen, but that was one of the jumps which she opened up and only did a single instead of a double.
When we first saw Elena Vodorizova, the Soviet Union, in the Olympics in 74, 76, we thought she'd have an Olympic medal by now, but she hasn't. As these marks indicate, she's going to have trouble today as they range from 5.0 to 5.4, and that's the marks for technical merit. Artistic impression will follow, and will probably be just a shade higher as they range from 5.1 to 5.5. A champion of Finland, Christina Wegelius. Here's a young lady who has been able to put those compulsory figures together. She has never been able to quite... Kay Thompson, the Canadian champion, she is the final skater. She is in 6th position right now. She has a chance to move. She has a very difficult opening. If she gets by this first part, she could move a long way up the ladder.
John, she was only trying for 10th and coming into this championship. She's now in 6th, as you say, and she's going to try a triple Lutz jump. The only girl tonight that's even attempting it, and it's coming up right here. The most difficult jump for the girls to do. Here it is. Oh! She over-rotated it on it, unfortunately.
Kay Thompson, who has one big international victory to her credit, and that was in Skate Moscow. 4:44. And
Okay, as you can see with that spin, is obviously the best spinner in this championship.
as we watch Kay Thompson, we must take this opportunity to congratulate CFSA President David Dorr for rebuilding, reorganizing, and regenerating the Canadian figure skating program that gives us skaters such as Kay Thompson and a team of at least 15 that'll go to the World Championships next year. Series of spins really caught everybody's imagination.
And now look at this spin, too. Very unusual cross foot there. Look at that. The crowd will love that.
Spins by all participants here have been sadly lacking. You would think with the emphasis on them in the compulsory program with 3 spins required, that they would spend a lot more time practicing them. Everyone has this jump fixation.
You'd think that the judges would give more credit, too, for the spins that they do. They just simply have not marked those spins properly, or at least fine enough on our fins. Figures. She was 6th in the short program. She's 6th overall. Mission would be to make that top 5 so we could have 3 girls in the World Championship next year. Spin in the final 15 seconds for Kay Thompson of Canada. There it is. So we have had 2 young ladies who have made their first appearance at a World Championship. Elizabeth Manley and now Kay Thompson from the Granite Club.
You know, John, if she hadn't missed that first triple Lutz jump, that very difficult one, and her coach, Louis Stang, said she's been landing 9 out of 10 here in practice this week, she would have been guaranteed at least a 5th and perhaps move up to that podium. But I'm afraid after she missed that, she lost control on a couple of other jumps, and that, of course, is going to be marked against her.
It's hard for any competitor after 5 hours of lady competitors to really be the last competitor in the group. Boy, that's a long, long wait. She had very good program, excellent use of music, I felt, and some good combinations. Coming here into the double axel jump, nice height on that, good rotation, nice speed on the landing. She must do some work on those triple jumps, though.
Well, Louis Stang and choreographer Sandra Bezic and the whole host of flowers for Kay Thompson of Canada as we await her marks, and these are going to be very crucial because the question is, can she make the move from 6th to 5th?
John, for people that are going to be wanting to come to the Celebrity Night Dinner we mentioned earlier in the program, they can get tickets by calling in Toronto 485-7636.
Well, you had said it once, John. This is her first time in a World Championship, but I just want to underline it because a skater who's come to the Worlds for the first time and ends up as high as they have has done just an outstanding job for Canada, and we're all very proud of Kay Thompson.
Okay, I have David Dorr with me. David, congratulations on the job you've done in putting these kids together. What a team, what a performance, and what a night.
I'm speechless. Here they come.
Technical merit.
Disappointing.
There's a disappointing mark for Kay Thompson. Technical merit 5.25, 1.51, 5.3, 5.1, and 2.52.
She's done great, though. She's done great.
Well, we were hoping for 6th. We were hoping for 10th.
We can't have everything.
Technical question.
Here's the artistic impression marks, John.
And those marks for Kay Thompson range from 5.2 to 5.3. That's going to make it very difficult to jump from 6th to 5th place, so we're going to have to wait a moment to find out what the computer will tell us. And once again, Dave, congratulations on the job you've done in putting this team together. We'll be back with the World Championships, the ladies' final, in just a moment.
You'll love the beauty of L'Oreal Haute Mode color even more.
Elaine Zayak from the United States has made the climb all the way from 7th place to the top of the podium and wins the World Championship. In 2nd place, Katharina Witt of East Germany moved from 4th place to 2nd place, and in 3rd place, Claudia Christophics-Binder of Austria, who was 2nd, dropped down to 3rd. In 4th place, Claudia Liesner of West Germany. In 5th, Elena Bodorizova of the Soviet Union, followed by Sumners of the United States. 6th, Debris of United States. 7th, Kate Thompson of Canada dropped into 8th place. And in 9th, Christina Wegelius of Finland. 10th, Debbie Cottrell of Great Britain. Canada's Elizabeth Manley, who was 23rd, then 17th, finished in 13th place tonight. So there you see the three winners on the platform. In the Paris Championship, it was Bison, Tierbach, Kostova, and Leonovich, and Carruthers in that order. The dance championship won by Torval and Dean. Vesminyova and Buchan from the Soviet Union, Mozienko and Minenkov in 3rd place. The men won by Scotty Hamilton, Norbert Schramm of West Germany 2nd, Pokar of Canada 3rd, Brian Orser of Canada 4th. And so the ladies, Elaine Zayak 1st, Katharina Witt 2nd, Claudia Christophics-Binder in 3rd place. Thanks to our friends at Danish Television, this is Johnny Esau for Debbie Wilkes and Otto Jelinek. Our producer, Cam Rourke, and producing coordinator, Joan.
Brought to you by